Coordinates.
Hello everybody, I'm Alex and today I'm back with another redstone video. So usually I post tutorials, but today I'm doing things a bit different. So today we'll be making this TNT Bomber. So this is a self-returning TNT Bomber. So what does this thing do? So let's see. So if you launch this thing into a direction, so like this one, and it will launch and it will collide with this wall which I have made up, and it will detonate this TNT with this observer, and the TNT will fall down and will blow the things beneath it, and this whole machine will self-return to the position it was launched from without leaving a trace. So this is a pretty cool machine if you want to prank someone on your server, or maybe it's just a cool machine in general. And the story doesn't end here about what this machine is, but how I came up with this machine is a different story. So let's hop onto that. So a couple of days ago I found this image on Facebook, which you can see this on the screen, and well, at first glance I just thought about what is it. So I thought that this is maybe a TNT duplicator of some sorts or something. As you can see, this TNT trail behind it, just for a fraction of a second. I know it could not be that, but then I was intrigued by what this is after I got to know what is it. So I contacted the poster of this image on Facebook, and he said that this is a TNT Bomber. So this thing will detonate a TNT at the place you want and will self-return to the place where it was launched from. So overall I found this thing interesting, so I decided to try this on my own. So let's see how this thing works. So first of all, this is a flying machine right away. As you can see, this in two parts. Actually it's three. I will explain it later on. So if we trigger this observer right over here, this machine will start to move towards the right, and if we place a wall right over here, so it will launch and it will collide with this wall, as this machine could not push this module any further, but this piston can push these two blocks. Glass and the observer will shift their positions, and this observer will power this line block right over here, which is directly adjacent to this TNT block, and this TNT block will fall down and create the explosion. And along with that, this observer will power this pistons right over here and will push this module into this direction, and this piston will push this module in this direction, and this system will then self-return to the place it came from without leaving the trace. And this was just the concept of it. So I decided to make one for PC Minecraft. So let's see how we can make it. So I made this whole flying machine block by block, as in the image shown. So but the other side of this machine wasn't shown, so I was quite confused by this block in specific. So this block isn't showed in the image, as it shows only one side of it. So I just speculated on the basis of the flying machine how it should work. So I think this observer will power this flying block just for this piston. So this should be a sticky piston facing towards the TNT, and I think that should be it. And so let's test this thing, if this thing works. Well, it's working, it's flying, and it should collide with this wall at any moment, and there we go, and it's blowing. So yeah, but this flying machine isn't self-returning, I think, because the redstone timings are a bit different for the PC version of the Minecraft than the Bedrock version of Minecraft. So I think we have to redesign this thing. So first of all, I think we should create a simple flying machine So this is the basic horizontal flying machine. It's quite small and compact, so this is the basic one. So all we have to do is just so we will place a TNT right over there, and we have to detect the wall. So let's say there's a wall right over here, like this one. So now we have to detect this wall and dispense this TNT. So we can do that by same concept as is used in here, just by moving an observer to the adjacent block of a TNT. So we can do that in here also. So we have to place a block right over there and an observer facing upwards, like so. And finally I think we should also place a sticky piston and an observer pushing these two items separately. Yeah, I think this thing is ready to launch, so let's test it out. So there we go, it's flying, and there we go, the TNT has dispensed, but it left a block and an observer behind. So we can probably do that by sticking them to these two slime blocks, I think. So let's test that out too. Oh, but this slime block will probably stick to this wall. Let's see. I think this should perform well. And there we go, the flying machine is self-returning, and the TNT also blew up. So that is it. So but still we cannot use this flying machine once again, just because these two blocks are not in their place. So we have to make a resetting system for these two blocks, just to move these by a block further, like so, and then we can launch this machine again. So I think I'll try to do that next. So finally I came up with this reloader design. So what this does is this observer detects when this machine moves. So when this machine comes back into its place, so it will send a pulse which is elongated just for the machine to be in this place. After that, this sticky piston extends this normal piston into this block right over here, and then with the observer powering that block, this piston pushes these two blocks which are right in this place, right in this place, and then pushes them into these two blocks. So let me simulate that for you. So there you go. So these two blocks are in that place. So let's do that. There you go. This pushes these two blocks and goes back into its place. This design is very Redstone specific. When this flying machine is not in the block state, when it is moving in the moving state, this piston tries to push this piston, which it fails to replace any of these blocks, just because they are not in steady state. So it cannot push the piston and it stays as it is. And the rest of the machine is already explained. So that was the very challenging machine, I have to say. As you can see, you can make a normal TNT bomber, but it leaves a trail of TNT behind it, and this is much cleaner version of it. As you can see, it just detonates at the one place, so it is nice and cool. So this was a very challenging for me, and it should be for you. So I will provide the image down in the description, so you can take it as a challenge for yourself, and you can post it on my Discord server. So I will check for it regularly. So that was it for today, guys. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. See you in the next video. Bye.